This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
Stay dry.
The Fan.
I don't like it.
Farm Aid 40 is coming to Minneapolis. Join Willie Nelson, Neil Young, Dave Matthews, and more Saturday, September 20th at Huntington Bank Stadium. Celebrate 40 years of music, food, and family farming. Tickets on sale May 16th. Get the full details at KFAN.com. Keyword calendar.
You got that right.
So mean to the Dave Matthews Band.
What are you talking about? I'm paying homage to them.
I thought that was Dave. I thought we were going to get in trouble for playing the song.
No.
Hi, everybody.
No, that was just me.
Welcome to the Power Trip Morning Show. That's Marnie.
Hi, Marty.
Hi, Marge.
Marty,
guys.
bonus, Marty.
How are you?
Hi, Marnie.
That's
We already
Bonesy.
greeted each other. I asked him to bend the knee. He did not.
Be penitent.
Penitent.
Martin's password today?
Yep. Semifinals. Yeah.
Crease and Rosie?
It's a busy day. I got to lock in. I'm going right from here to Link's shoot around and then back here to play password and then Link's game tonight. But
Jeez.
I did that when we played our first round game. That was the exact same scenario. And I compartmentalized.
Are you superstitious?
No.
Are you a little stitious?
No. No, but I've got my uniform. I got my Broad's Back t-shirt ready to go. I mean, when you play, you dress for it.
You know the kids say, like, broad-backed?
What?
I did not know that.
Max, does
They
your
say that.
daughter say that?
No.
Like a broad-back? That's like a, apparently that's a shot or something. I don't know. The kids are saying that.
Broad
A
back?
shot like a
Yep.
three-pointer?
Or like a big back. A big back or a broad back.
What?
Oh, I've heard people call each other big backs, but it was not a term of endearment.
Right.
It's not like thick.
Well, no.
Yeah,
Is that how
I thought
I
it
don't
meant
know
like fat.
I don't know if I'm
How Rosie
comfortable
describes a
with you
lady's-
saying that.
Hockey like son.
Yeah, it's just kids are mean. They're all just flaming each other, as they say. They're trolling each other. Everybody just takes shots at everybody, and I don't care for it. I like when everybody's nice to everybody and never makes fun of somebody else.
That sounds like you.
Why do we got to be, taking shots at people? Leave them alone. They're trying hard.
That sounds like
Goodness.
you.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, good luck today, Martin. That sounds like a big day.
Yeah, thanks. It's good. It's busy. Real quick, as I was just even walking through the parking lot when I parked here, it is so weird outside. Just drizzly, rainy, heavy, gross. Whatever. We need the rain, I guess. That's what they always say. But you can also very distinctly smell the wildfire smoke during the rain, which
That
is
was Tennessee
really
toking it
an
up out in the
odd
parking
yeah.
lot. Yeah, Tennessee was.
Yeah, he was
puff,
smoking
puff,
a
puff,
fat blunt.
Blowing it up.
Yeah.
He's got
Smoking that ooh-wee.
Yeah, he's got that perp, that
Yeah.
granddaddy OG Kush.
That's what he was doing with the Kush.
Man.
We knew the Kush was involved.
Then he took the walk to Poland.
And that's what he
Most
said.
of
I'm walking
the
to Poland,
passwords
guys.
today will be weed related.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And he's going to be so high, he's going to be hard.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard for him to open his eyeballs.
The password is Billy Bong Thornton.
That's a long one.
Billy Bong.
I think, oh man, this is weird. I
Password
shouldn't
is
say this on the
Rachel
radio.
Blunt.
I see what you did there. That was good.
She's so proud of herself.
That was good.
Who's Rachel Blunt?
Who the hell is that?
The writer.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
read.
come on.
Thanks for reading the newspaper.
Yeah, she wrote Frankenstein.
Oh, yeah.
She had a Canterbury beat. Big
Sure.
gal.
Yeah.
You said that right.
Oh.
Everybody be cool.
Everybody be cool.
Do you just not read because it's behind a paywall?
Yeah. Why would I pay for that?
Exactly.
I did pay for it, and then it got canceled.
I only pay for
somehow.
porn. Give it to me.
You pay for porn? Why do you pay for porn? Why? He's real Randy today.
Today.
No, he did this whole today Amber Thiessen. Yeah.
She's lovely.
Yeah.
What are you looking at on a map there, Huck?
Oh man, I hate to say this on the air because I don't want to make anybody upset, but there was somebody that was missing and they found him a couple of days ago, and it's real close to where I live, and that's right where I walk.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm sorry for them, obviously,
Yeah.
but I live. Look at this, Maxo.
Yeah.
I live right here, and that's where apparently right there. Yeah,
Spooky.
yeah, in a gravel pit right by where I live.
Oh,
Yeah,
And again, not
You
to
go
diminish
walking through a gravel pit?
not to diminish the
time.
tragedy, but like you said, you have had since you were a kid.
a premonition.
He's had a fear, basically, of Stand By Me, that he's just convinced he's going to find a dead body at some point in his
And I'm
life.
going to tell you, this is exactly where I walk. And it definitely, no, I'm sorry again, it had been a while. You know, do you remember, did I send you guys the picture of the canoe? The one time?
Yes.
Yeah. Right, not far from there.
Oh.
Yeah, not far from there. Crazy.
you might need to find a new walking route.
Yeah, well, I think
Like the mall.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. Is it like lightning won't strike the same place twice, though? You know what I
No,
mean?
it does.
Okay,
No,
damn.
no,
I was going to say you missed your chance.
No, I don't want it. I'm sorry. Did it sound like I wanted that to happen?
I'm just saying, if it's going to happen, if it's destined,
No, he wants to
Yeah.
be
you could just
wrong.
cross it off and now you'd be done.
I want my last words to be, guess I was wrong.
That's what your last words.
No, I want it to be, oh, that felt good. How would you say your word? Thanks, baby.
Wait a minute, what?
My last words to be this. The money's on the table.
My God.
I was going to say, you never want your final words to be questioning a woman's age.
No. You need a meeting.
I do need a meeting.
And Chris Hansen in the corner going, let's call it, he's dead.
We lost him.
Flatlined.
Did you guys know he still does that stuff like
Still
on his
does,
own
yeah.
now?
Yeah.
I watched a clip the other day. It's like it's uncensored now.
Yeah.
And it's unnecessary. It's very unnecessary.
That's
some of the
awesome.
things that he's saying.
Yeah.
I can't, again, I don't just, whenever I see those guys punching randos, I'm like, I can't believe this is legal, but I just love that they're
Me too. Hit 'em.
ratting out
Hit him. Yep.
Hit him again.
pedophiles. Let's beat the hell out of
Get him
them.
out of here.
Time for news.
This is KFAN News with Chris Hockey, presented by the St. Paul Saints.
You got that right, Zacco Directo.
Hey, what are we, 2 weeks away from Zach
That's right, baby.
and his Bat Boy Day?
Oh, yeah. The St. Paul Saints return home to begin a 6-game series against the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Raiders tonight. The Saints are in 6th place in the International League West at 28-26. The St. Paul Saints send Simeon Woods Richardson to the mound tonight.
Okay.
7:07 first pitch.
I think I will be there tonight, and
Is
I
that right,
think I will be
Bozy?
watching Lindsey Gensel, friend of the show, throughout the first pitch.
Very cool.
Aw, love you, Lindsay.
Good for Lindsay.
How's she
good
doing?
for
She
her.
doing good?
She's doing much better. Yeah,
Good, I'm glad
Yeah,
to
she
hear.
was
Good to hear.
She's dealing with
Yeah.
some serious health stuff, and was in Denver getting it taken care of, and seems to be trending upward. So that's good.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Shout out, Lindsay.
Please give her my love.
Yep.
So, what day is Zach's thing again, Zachary? Is Zach back
I
there?
don't even know if he's here. I have no idea.
Yeah, Daddy.
Baby. Hold on.
Yeah, Daddy.
Yeah, looks like his mic is on. Zach?
Going to be 2 weeks from tomorrow.
2 weeks from tomorrow. So, all right.
Arby's 2 weeks from tomorrow.
2 weeks from tomorrow. So, I don't know how many 14-day forecasts are accurate, but we got to start keeping an eye on the old weather forecast for that day. A rainout would be a disaster.
Yeah.
Because, again, Zach has to
Don't
have
rain out TV
a
shows.
makeup artist. That is true. That part's happening either way. And that's honestly my favorite part, but the public embarrassment is part of it. But, Marnes, you are familiar with this, correct?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
He has to get professional makeup done
Sure.
on the morning show, the morning of the Bat Boy Day, and he has to look like the tabloid phenomenon Bat Boy from the 90s. Then he has to wear that makeup and basically stay in that costume for 24 hours. Then he has to go on Twin Cities Live and do a segment that day as himself, and Ben and Elizabeth will make no mention
Oh.
that Zach Halverson from KFAN is dressed as the 90s tabloid phenomenon Bat Boy. It'll just be Zach Halverson from KFAN is here to talk about, I don't know, the Wilds off season or a charity tournament. Who knows? It's going to be just Zach Halverson from KFAN. No reference to why he's dressed like that. It's going to be so confusing to most of their listeners.
So good.
Then later that night, he has to go to CHS Field in St. Paul, go to the Saints game. And for all 9 innings, basically do whatever the Saints want him to do, whether it's actually be a Bat Boy dressed as Bat Boy or do an autograph line, photo booth. Who knows? I don't know what Derek and the Saints are going to make Zach do.
Grounds crew.
Yeah, sure. He's got to stay in character for the 9 innings, and then let's hope that game goes about 6 innings of extra innings.
Yeah. Let's hope it's 110 out.
And then he can remove the makeup at the end of the Power Trip morning show the following morning. So it's 24 hours, and a huge shout out to Twin Cities Live and the St. Paul Saints for letting us screw around and do this.
Give me the date one more time.
2 weeks from tomorrow.
2 weeks from tomorrow. So Wednesday, June 18th. Got it.
You're going to be there?
Well, I'm putting on the calendar.
Putting on the Ritz.
Hey,
Great song.
Zacco,
Yes.
do you have any plans
To kiss.
for makeup touch-ups throughout the day, especially if it's a warm day and this stuff starts sweating and rolling down the old face? Who's there to touch you up?
I mean, I guess I haven't thought of that yet. No.
Stay indoors, Zachary.
Yeah.
Bat Boy would.
Yeah. He'd have to.
He'd
He's a
stay in his
vampire
cave.
boy. He can't be out in the
Game
sun.
is
He's a
outside.
damn vampire.
Yeah, as long as he gets to Twin Cities Live in full makeup, I'm going to be just absolutely thrilled.
Okay. I'm just speaking as someone who has to wear makeup and does not enjoy
You do
it.
not.
When people who don't typically wear makeup, which would include most of you
Some of
guys
us.
here, you tend to forget it's on your face. You touch your face, you scratch your cheek, whatever, your face cheek. And then all of a sudden you have makeup on your hands, or you put this big smudge in your face because you're not used to having a full face of makeup. That was my only point, is like, I don't know how intricate or detailed this is going to be, but a couple of smudges here and there, is that going to ruin the look?
I don't think so.
Throughout the day, 24 hours is a long time to wear some makeup.
Yeah, in some aspects, like, I think it's kind of funny that it's almost a walk of shame. Like the next morning when he walks in sleeping and all that, if he looks like a disaster, it might even be funnier the next morning. Yeah. My fingers are crossed that his parents make him run errands that day and be like, can you go get us,
Correct.
like a bag of chips from Target? And he has to walk around like the White Bear Lake Target dressed as a bad boy.
Yeah, would you pick up some Depends for your dad?
I'm sorry, Brian.
2 weeks from tomorrow, the charge challenge punishment gets paid off. Wow. Thanks to the Saints.
Yeah. Thank you, Saints.
And when do we start brainstorming the new one for the new season?
Normally 1 or 2 days before it starts.
Probably Friday of the week 1.
All right.
Yep. And Charge says he wants to do it still, even though he's in Utah. We're going to figure it out. It's just the timing's going to be weird, but we're going to figure it out.
That's right.
And Corliss won, so he doesn't have to worry about it.
That's right.
Correct.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. I get to be the ghost, which is a, skin palette that I'm comfortable with. I'm basically see through as it is.
Yeah.
A Twin Cities man is facing charges after he allegedly shot and injured 2 people outside Mariucci Arena in Minneapolis following the Wayzata High School graduation ceremony on Friday. We talked about this yesterday. The man from Coon Rapids is charged with first-degree assault, second-degree assault, and operating a machine gun in connection with the incident.
What now?
Yeah, you heard me. University of Minnesota police responded to the shooting around 8 p.m. on Friday. Spoke to a 49-year-old man who'd been shot in the head. The man told police he was standing outside with his family after the ceremony when he saw a group of males fighting and having an argument behind him. He said he heard a gunshot and began to run with his family, but then felt a burning sensation on his head, touched it, discovered a substantial amount of blood, and collapsed. According to charges, the man suffered a skull fracture and a brain bleed.
Whoa.
The injury causing numbness to the right side of his body. The second victim, a 19-year-old man, suffered a gunshot wound to the upper portion of his right leg. And the man was not cooperative with officers when he was transported to the hospital for care, I should say.
And just for background information, were these people connected?
That is not clear yet.
Okay.
I don't have insider information, but I heard that it was kind of like an unrelated thing to what was going on with the graduate. It wasn't anything to do with the graduation.
Just happened to be
itself.
out.
Yeah, it just happened to be in that area. Yeah.
But again, as a guy that was there a year ago, I would not be surprised if this happens in the future where it's connected to the actual graduation.
Yeah.
It's a powder keg. It's just like
wait and see.
There's so much tension and arguing. Well, I saw a fight in the stands. It had to be broken up.
At Mariucci?
Yeah. Wayzata High School last year, I was like one section away from a couple of people that were fighting.
Yeah.
And it had to be broken up. Actual fists were thrown. And I'm like, man, because everybody gets upset.
This is not a pit.
No.
Dude, you have no idea.
No. Dude, it is a real thing.
You sit 5,000 people in an arena for 3.5 hours, waiting to hear their
name called. Yeah, I get it.
People are pissed, and people are yelling when they shouldn't be yelling. And it's just dumb. It's a dumb way to do it. And these schools are so enormous.
We got to figure it out.
It's dumb. It's going to happen.
And that's the problem is the schools are so big, right? So
how many people were we talking in graduating class?
I think it was like, I don't know, 800 or 900. I forget the exact number.
1,000, yeah.
It's a giant number. So the problem is they make the big announcement and say, please don't celebrate or clap or cheer because otherwise you're going to wash out the next name.
Right.
And
then people do it because we can't be adults. And then the family of the kid whose name just gets washed away starts yelling at the group that's yelling. And then it's just chaos. So it sucks because you can't rob a kid of that moment.
Right.
Now, again, my graduating class was like 206 or 208 or whatever it was. So could you wait? If a couple of groups cheered, sure. It's just Sago Lakes in 1998. When you have almost 1,000 kids, you got to hustle. Otherwise, it's going to be 5 hours, and then there's that tension. So it still takes a couple hours to get through the whole list, but everybody's on edge the whole time. It just sucks. There's no right answer here.
I had 600 plus in my graduating class. Now, this is 1985 in the Metropolitan Stadium. No, not Metropolitan Stadium. What was it? Met Center back in the day. Oh. Now, there was a little bit of that. I suspect the other incendiary thing here that's going on is social media, right? Like people want a video of that thing and their name and sort of like this is a thing that they want to have captured and somebody is ruining their shot.
Right. Or cheering during the video, right? Because you want to celebrate when you're filming your kids' moments.
You want to see you're celebrating. A lot of it is also probably driven by, hey, I want a video of me celebrating when they announce their name or our group cheering. Yeah, I suppose that's why it's tricky.
I don't know what the play is here. Yeah. I don't know. You're going to go through it here pretty quickly, Marnes.
We are on the verge because Chaska recently moved its graduation ceremony from what is the big church in Eden Prairie?
The White House?
Yeah,
that's
the White
what
House.
they call it?
They used the auditorium at that church. And a couple people complained because it's a church, but although they used the auditorium again, and there was not a religious ceremony whatsoever. But so it got moved
to Rick's Cabaret.
Yeah, wow,
hell yeah,
wow,
sweet,
and it's a huge hit.
Hey, it was catered.
That was great.
Wow.
Were you DJing, Max?
Yep, nobody was shooting up in there. Let me tell you that. Not any guns.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Jeez. Rick's Cabaret. I didn't know they ventured on into that.
People can get shot.
Anyway. The Chaska High School graduation was the night before this happened, the Wayzata graduation and the shooting after. So it was Thursday, and there were multiple families who were late and multiple students who were late because for a lot of people, it took 2 hours to drive from Chaska to Mariucci Arena because weekday traffic and there were some other events down there and getting that many people into that area.
A lot of construction around the U, especially about this time of year because the classes are ending. I mean,
so then you add that to what you guys are describing is this tension and powder keg and people are running in as the ceremony has already started. Just doesn't sound like it was a great mix.
No, it just felt chaotic. So, it was not as fun as I thought it was going to be. And again, it just kind of ruins the moment. You feel bad for the kids. And you got to think
it should be a celebratory, wonderful moment.
It should be a moment they remember forever. Now that class, it sounds like hopefully disconnected reasons, are going to remember that there was a shooting after their graduation. But I'm just glad it wasn't in the arena during the celebration because we're not far from that happening.
I was going to say that's the problem. You can feel it. I'm telling you, man, you can feel it.
Was it a special moment for you guys when you graduated? I was mostly bored at my graduation ceremony.
I didn't really care.
I was just shocked.
I didn't really. I'd never thought about it again after that moment.
But if you couldn't have done it, would you have felt like you were missing out?
Yeah, I mean, there
was closure to it
for sure.
The ceremony itself. Yeah. Why we haven't come up with a better way to move it along and make it more entertaining? That is kind of odd.
Do it all on Zoom.
Yeah, bring Red Panda.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Yeah. Halftime show.
My point is that it's mostly for the parents, right? Or for some parents, as opposed to, although I think my parents were bored too. I don't think anybody really wanted to be there.
No, the speeches are too long.
It's 3 hours.
Yeah. Right. It's boring.
Terrible. Can't see anything anyway. 14 miles away.
Yeah. Be like Twista or one of those fast rappers to just go through all of the names.
Yeah, get the Micro Machine Man.
Yeah,
and
that'd be sweet.
It is different for bigger schools, too. Like I said, when my graduating class was the size that it is, you feel like most of the parents know most of the names, right? Because the community's small.
Yeah.
When I sit through 800 or 900 names, I think I knew 5.
Yeah.
So,
jeez.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, there's just so many people. It's like, I don't know any of these people. And nobody else in the arena does either. So it's just a bunch of rando names. It sucks. You're just waiting for your kids.
Did mine in our high school gymnasium. That's how small class was.
Yeah,
Same.
Yeah. That's what ours.
Yep.
I had 54.
I had 69.
Yep.
Yeah.
True story.
Of course
you did.
Nice.
Thank you.
Sauce with sports after this. Bonus, can you stick around or you got to go?
Sure.
All right, sweet.
The Fan.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Catcher Links in action tonight at 7 p.m. as they battle with the Phoenix Mercury. Listen right here on KFAN and hear every game this season on the Timberwolves/Links channel on the free iHeartRadio app, thanks to RBC Wealth Management.
That's right, baby. Hey, speaking of that, is Margie over there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Hey, Margie, check this out. Where did the story go? I got a story for you. Hold on. Dateline, Las Vegas, Nevada.
Lucky.
Go on.
It's going to matter to you. I just got to find it. I set it aside for you. Oh, yeah, here we go. The Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority is once again sponsoring the Las Vegas Aces for $100,000 each. That's right. This is the second straight season the LVCVA is awarding the sponsorship money, $100,000 for each player. Currently 13 players on the Aces roster. Last year, the WNBA announced an investigation into the Aces. One day after the sponsorships were announced, LVCVA President Steve Hill says there's been no word from the league on the status of the investigation. But
there's been no word from the league from last year's investigation?
Right, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Seems quick.
Yeah, but I mean,
wow.
They got a sponsor, right? And they're giving each player $100,000 each.
Yeah, the difference is teams always have sponsors. You see it on the patch on the jerseys, name on the court. But the players don't get that money. I mean, they're taken care of. I'm not, especially in the NBA, but in the WNBA, we talked about this last year when it happened. It's a totally different concept.
I don't like it.
And $100,000 is basically matching a lot of their salaries.
Right.
So to get that as
Doubles
an
it.
endorsement, or however you want to look at it, is huge.
Are we headed this way, though, where the WNBA is going to be essentially NIL? Where it's the wild, wild west, and however you can pay the ladies, they should be able to take it, and things like this are just going to be allowed.
I don't see why not. It's going to create competitive advantages, however, and that could be a problem.
It's essentially getting around the salary cap, right?
Right.
And it's NIL. Who can pay us the most? That's where all the free agents want to go.
I mean, what's the difference between this, though, and what the Wolves did with Joe Smith back in the day, where they ended up getting penalized because they ended up having a secret deal? Now, there's nothing secret about this, but it was a way around the contract limitations that the NBA had. That's the sort of thing that the NBA doesn't F around with.
Yes, but that was done in secret and hoping nobody found out. This is done right in everyone's face and saying,
well, thank God, too, because imagine the trouble they'd be in if they didn't do it right out in public,
Right.
Big time.
But so isn't the gray area, isn't this the problem, though? Like, let's say Ant gets a giant shoe deal, right? That's allowed. Right? And that's not in any way connected to his NBA salary, right? That's just additional money.
Yep.
So why can't these ladies specifically from Las Vegas get an endorsement away from
brilliant gray area?
So it's I understand they're doing it for exactly what you're saying. It is essentially to circumvent the salary cap and find ways to get them paid more than in other markets.
Yep.
And basically say, hey, if you play for the Vegas Aces, we're going to get you some extra money. But how is it any different? It's an endorsement.
Let's go Minneapolis Convention and Bureau. Let's sponsor
the brilliance of that being the sponsor, because these women are wonderful ambassadors to say, come to Las Vegas.
Yep.
Come and watch us play.
Right.
Come and make it a weekend. And, that concept, it's a perfect marriage. I don't know if the league will allow it, but I think we're making some good arguments.
It looks like the league's going to go, I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I don't know.
Ultimately, if it benefits the gals, we got to find a way to make it happen, right? Because they are busting their asses. Let's get them paid. If somebody's willing to pay them, how can we say don't take that $100K? Right? If your salary is $80,000 and some convention center is going to give you another $100,000 and more than double your salary, and we're going to tell these gals no, that doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't feel right. A lot of stuff is going to change in the WNBA because the collective bargaining agreement is up in October. So all of the salary structure and limitations and that's all ending, and the players have way more power, influence than they've ever had.
Marnes, let's hope a lot of the gals that have been crapping on Caitlin Clark the last year when this new CBA is up realize how awesome she is for their paychecks, because it's going to matter, right? The Caitlin Clark effect is going to be a real thing where they have leverage now because of her. So let's hope they stop crapping on her a little bit. We'll see.
And I mean, really, I think we're all thinking, how is this going to trickle down to the broadcasters?
100%.
Absolutely.
That's
people
are talking about it. And I don't know if they'll write it. I don't know if they'll write it into the collective bargaining agreement.
I mean, honestly, how many WNBA broadcasters have compost toilets in their backyard? I can only name one.
Yeah.
It's a small group.
I can name another who doesn't know she has a compost toilet in the backyard.
Is she about to find out?
It's going to be tough on her shoes. I'll just say that. And hopefully she has shoes on, because that's even worse.
Icky.
Please stop.
All right, relax.
Ready, Sauce?
Yes, sir.
It's time for Fan 5 on the Power Trip, presented by All Around, your TimberTech deck building contractor.
Thank you, All Around.
The Minnesota Twins beat the A's 10-4. Buxton had 5 RBI. I know I am. The Twins are now 32-27. Same two teams today at 9:05 tonight. Bonus. Pablo Lopez goes for your Twins. The A's counter with Jacob Lopez.
Well, Pablo Lopez has been real good. The Twins have been really good versus bad teams. That's been a trait, not just this year, but throughout Rocco Baldelli's managerial career here. They have beat up on some bad teams. I'm hoping they continue to do so, because it's not that easy to keep within. You want to stay somewhat within range of Detroit, who is looking really good. But right now, your Minnesota Twins would have a wild card spot in the postseason. So,
hey, Johnny Bings Bangs Bongs.
Yep. What's that?
Whoa.
Yes, sir.
Check this out, dog.
Okay.
I went to a town ball game on Sunday.
Did you? Which one?
Rockford versus Loretto.
Okay, great.
And it was so much fun.
Classic.
Yes.
It was so much fun.
Those things are amazing.
I'm telling you, and it was a really good crowd.
Fun. Yep.
And you know whose kids play for Loretto is Corey
Koski.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I believe that.
And he actually sometimes plays for the team, too.
Yes, he has at occasion done
Yes.
that. Correct. Yep.
And, man, it's competitive out there.
Yeah.
Go Birds.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah, we went to a couple
Crows.
town ball games.
Did you buy a hat?
If they had been selling them, I would have bought one.
Get some merch.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Great ball field there in Loretto.
So, I mean, I think beyond Major League Baseball, maybe the Twins get some of the credit for this, but beyond Major League Baseball, you've got the Saints in town. You've got town ball, which is a long history in Minnesota. You've got a lot of really good high school baseball. They just had Baseball Day Minnesota a couple weeks ago in not Wabasha, Waconia. And then on top of that, you've got the Northwoods League throughout the summer, which is, college players who could be drafted and they want to be able to show what they can do with wooden bats versus aluminum bats. It's one of the premier scouting leagues within the United States. Baseball's here.
It's fun.
It's around, and it's a lot of fun to go to some of these games.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was fun on Sunday. It was a beautiful day.
If you want to find baseball on a night in Minnesota, you're going to be able to find it.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I again, on the, I believe the 11th, I'm throwing out the first pitch at the Twins game.
Oh,
what time will that be?
That'd be awesome.
Like 6:05, something like that.
Oh, good.
It is good for me, or it could be bad for me. I could embarrass myself.
You're going to practice?
Yes, I am. I'm going to throw the ball.
That's why he was in Loretto.
That's
You
right.
have a catch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. That's right. I'm going to have a catch. Me and the kid from the corn.
Jonathan Davis.
Malachi. And
Malachi.
Malachi.
Yeah. And the Infinite Sadness?
That's right.
I'm not smart.
No, you're fine. You're fine, buddy.
Thanks.
You're doing just great. I think you're doing a great job.
You do?
Hawk, I think I was reading the same article that you were when you talked about this Las Vegas $100,000 thing.
Yeah.
Several players attended Janet Jackson's residency at Resorts World last week as part of the sponsorship. The players were recorded and photographed while enjoying the concert and meeting Janet Jackson in a social media post. Coach Becky Hammon and Asia Wilson's boyfriend Bam Adebayo were also in attendance.
See, why would you want to play for the Connecticut Sun?
Right, yeah.
You could go see Janet Jackson at Resorts World.
Because you want to go to the Mohegan Sun.
That's a good point.
That's right, buddy. Let me tell you, there's
Good
a
point.
casino
They got slots there too.
You better believe it.
Yep, solid point. All right, Vikings news is next. Kevin O'Connell's on this show in 3 days on Friday, right around this time. A little before 8 on Friday. We'll talk about that later. But Marnie is here. Bonus is here. Vikings news next on.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
A fan.
KFAN.
Okay, it's like this. This is the Power Trip Morning Show. I know, sir.
You're heavy.
That's me, lady.
Wow, don't say that to Hogs, Daddy.
Thank you for standing up for me. Thank you.
I'm not a racist. Okay, nobody said
I'm going to
that,
say it again, Macho Man. I'm going to say it again. When you scream that out of nowhere, it just tells us there's a problem. Okay?
I need to know what came before that for you to have to say that.
It's like when somebody starts a sentence with, "No, I don't mean to be racist."
Yeah, right. Yeah, thanks a lot, Macho Man. Here's the thing.
It's time for Vikings news on the Power
That's
Trip.
right.
Presented by
Radco. And let me tell you what's going on. Radco rules the roost. Minnesota Vikings kick off their second week of OTAs in Eagan yesterday. The Purple had their first practice session of the week at TCO. And another session comes today. The Vikings will have tomorrow off before wrapping up the week on Thursday. Minnesota's star receiver Justin Jefferson has been taking part in the OTAs, and he had a couple things to say to the media yesterday. Here's JJ on the OTAs.
It's definitely great to be out here early, to kind of get in the feel of, what this year is going to be like. Of course, getting the plays back, going through the plays again, and just being out here, just the whole field is always a great vibe. So, when they asked for me to be here and asked for me to, be a part of it, it was a no-brainer.
Yeah, no brainer. There you go.
He's the best.
He's the best. He's having so far a good relationship with old JJ Mack.
I got to know him a lot last year, but of course, him being my quarterback this year, being able to talk to him more, just pick his brain a little bit more, see what he likes, what he doesn't like, how he throws the ball, all of that is a big factor into a quarterback. So just trying to learn every bit that I can, even off the field, just trying to chop it up and make sure we're well connected.
Hey, should we practice for a second? KOC is going to be here Friday. Mm-hmm. What could we ask KOC about JJ in terms of, what is he really good at? Because obviously Kwesi and KOC are going to say nice things about JJ McCarthy. That's their job, right? They're not going to be like, this kid doesn't have it. right? Like, we messed this up.
Drives me to
right? I've been calling Aaron Rodgers for weeks. He won't call me back, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, they like him, but well, I wonder how we could ask him, but what is it? What's that it factor? What is he actually good at? Because right now we're in that weird point where it's so much better that the OTAs, everybody's saying JJ looks like the real deal. But ultimately, it doesn't matter because it's OTAs, right? So we're stuck in that weird no man's land of, well, it's better than everybody going, oh my God, he can't connect with anybody. This is a terrible, well, I'd rather have the OTAs be good than not, but it doesn't matter until he can do it in a game, right? Right? So it's tough. How do you get excited when it's practice?
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. But everybody's saying all the right things. Everybody's saying he can make all the throws. He's moving really well. He looks like he's ready to roll.
Although, if you listen to our buddy from The Athletic, Alec Lewis's podcast, which I did from yesterday, he said it wasn't a great day yesterday for our young quarterback.
Oh.
That's what he said.
Wow.
That's what he said on his
Meaning
podcast.
he wasn't connecting on his throws?
Yeah, said he looked great last week, and he didn't look as good yesterday. That's what he said. I didn't see a minute of it. That's what Alex said.
Wow.
Yep, and then he flipped everybody the bird.
Oh, wow, that's mean.
All right, so Alec Lewis is saying we should cut or trade J.J. McCarthy.
Quite say that.
No,
I don't think
Zach
he said that.
hates Alec Lewis.
Did Alec mention anything about J.J. McCarthy taking a bath and whether or not we can consume that water?
Zach?
No, he didn't.
Wow. No, he didn't.
I've got a Google alert.
And an STD.
I love that you're not kidding. Like when we talked about the Sydney Sweeney bathwater the other day, Zach would legitimately buy J.J. McCarthy bathwater. I really, truly believe if it was like $40 for like a 12-ouncer, you would buy it.
I'd take 3.
0D.
What would you do with the water?
My God, Buffalo Bill.
Yeah, what would you do with that?
Actually, you know what? Why did I even ask that?
Yeah.
I don't want to know the answer to that.
You don't.
We are 68 days away from a Vikings game day and 98 days out from the real thing. JJ is entering his 6th year in the NFL.
I feel like just based off of last year, us, having 14 wins, the confidence is there. We have that confidence to say we have good players on this team to get to that point, to be a top, team in this league. So it's just all about just coming together, bonding as a team, which we did last year, and we felt like that team last year was a very special team. So just carrying on that same mindset to, making sure everybody is, together as one, and just coming out here and just putting in that work.
Yep, I tell you who was putting in the work yesterday apparently is Isaiah Rodgers from the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles, now a Minnesota Viking, intercepted our quarterback yesterday at one point and had a good first day of OTAs because he was gone last week.
Sweet.
You guys need to know anything else? Do you feel like you got it covered now?
Yeah, I think we got it covered. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Do you know Justin Jefferson on DraftKings 8-1 to lead the league in receiving yards?
Who's won? Jamar Chase?
I don't have the whole list, but he's 8-1.
Who is it, Hawk?
If I'm correct, I believe
is.
it was Billy Powell,
Happy birthday.
the lead pianist for Leonard Skinner.
What? He has to be dead.
He definitely is.
He's 18-1 to win Offensive Player of the Year. He's 150-1 to win regular season MVP.
There you go.
Justin Jefferson.
There you go.
Who was the last wide receiver to win it? Has a wide receiver won it?
MVP, I don't... Oh, man. Maybe Rice did it at some point. I don't know.
I think maybe.
Last year, Justin Jefferson had 1,591 receiving yards. You go over or under in 2025. 1,591.
Didn't he miss a couple of games? Or was that 2 years ago?
It was last year.
Yeah, I think it was last year.
JJ?
Sauce, what do you think?
Yeah, you missed a couple games.
Yeah, and he still had 1,500 yards.
Yeah, that's right.
I would go
1533. The rest of it might have been playoffs. Yeah, 1533. 58 was in the postseason. So 1533 was regular season.
Maybe he didn't miss any games.
I'd go. No, that was 2 years ago when he still got 1,000 yards and he missed half the season.
Last year he played 17.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would go over.
Over 1533.
Yeah.
For his career so far, he's played 5 seasons. Here's his numbers for regular season receiving yards. 1,400, 1,616, 1,809, then 1,074. That's only playing 10 games. And then last year, 17 games, 103 catches for 1,533.
I think a
he's
big key
outstanding.
to getting that number is our other wide receivers being good enough to take some attention from the defense away from JJ.
For sure.
Yeah.
And we got another wide receiver in the draft. We're going to miss one of our starting wide receivers for a couple of games, probably, right?
Yep.
Well,
Yeah, I'm shocked that hasn't been
having a
announced.
quarterback that can go off of the initial read when they are throwing different types of coverages at those receivers, double teaming or trying to hide specific coverage on JJ.
Yeah.
Being able to read go to the other ones.
We could use a little more out of our tight end as well.
Yeah,
And he'll be
that's
healthy.
a good point.
So
Yeah,
This is one of those bits, Sauce, where I would probably lean towards the under just because an injury and I win. But I just don't want to bet against him, right? It's no fun to
don't
like
bet against me. That's what Macho Man said.
That was weird. We all thought you just meant you for a second.
No, sorry. No.
You got to use the voice.
I'd rather see
Don't
him
bet against me.
That's pretty much just you doing an impression of you.
Okay, Macho Man.
I'd rather see him get 2,000 yards.
Yeah,
but
that'd be great.
Yeah, let's not get him injured.
Well said, Corey.
Thank you.
You do have a heart.
No, it's mostly gambling related.
That cowboy loves it.
Did you guys talk at all about the stuff on Dig's social media posts?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
just checking.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I missed that.
Can I ask a question, Macho Man? More questions. I'm sorry about that.
No hesitation.
Does that ever happen between you and Fee?
Oh, yeah.
Can I ask
all
you
the
a question,
time. She
Nafisa?
just shuts me down.
Can I ask a question, Macho Man? More questions. I'm sorry about that.
Wow.
Sorry about that.
He was the best in the world.
Yeah.
Mean
How
Gene
did
Okerlund.
Mean Gene keep a straight
I
face?
have no idea.
What a great
But
bit.
it
Sorry
doesn't
about
work
that.
if he doesn't.
Yeah,
it does
correct.
not work if he doesn't.
He's all man.
You got that right, Kessler.
He acted like he was interviewing people after they won the World Series.
Yeah, like it was the
every
Nobel
day.
Peace Prize.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are correct.
Right.
Well said. Yep.
Or like he's, like a White House journalist
Yeah,
asking
yeah.
the
So
president
good.
questions. He's taking it as seriously as possible.
Oh, here comes.
Why are we playing the Soviet national anthem?
Because I don't have the White House anthem.
Yeah. And it's the only one we can play and not get sued.
That's in the public domain.
Yeah. You lived there for a while, Boney.
I did.
You did, didn't you?
I studied there for a
you admit it.
semester.
I'm not a racist.
Did you
We
get
know, Macho
completely
Man.
integrated with their culture?
Yeah.
Are you a spy?
Were you turned?
Yeah.
I was not turned.
Were you turned?
Did you go to McDonald's and line dance?
I did not. There was no McDonald's in Krasnodar.
No, but I'm saying, do you do that now? Do you go to McDonald's and line dance now?
I go to McDonald's.
Yeah. You ever
Do you
danced
line
with
dance?
Denise
I
Williams?
do. I've never line.
Do you want to dance
I
with
don't think I've
somebody?
ever line danced.
Just asking.
Oh, great. Oh, wait, that was Hawk's joke. Brilliant, though. Cross.
I don't think I'm capable of line dancing.
I bet you are.
I bet you are.
Yeah.
But again,
you
I
might not be
promised
capable of
myself
walking a
to
straight line.
never believe.
Yeah.
I bet you would. A couple drinks in you, you'll
I
line
like to
dance.
dance.
You really do.
Sure.
Man, you are a good dancer. You know what
Maybe-
makes a person a good dancer? Their willingness to dance.
That's true.
That's
That's
true.
it, man.
That's right.
That's why
Right.
you would be
Nobody's
good at line
watching.
dancing.
That's right, man.
Because when you have danced in the past, it's basically just free forming it.
Yeah.
Right? You're just
Yeah.
flowing.
Yeah.
Line dancing is just follow each step. They're not hard. You just have to do it in unison with everybody else.
That's right.
I think you'd be an elite line dancer.
I'm gonna tell you
Yeah.
this. I'm gonna tell you this, and this is a compliment, even though it does not sound like it.
Oh no.
Johnny Bones. If they were showing Charlie Brown Christmas and they were dancing to dung da dung da dung dung,
Sure.
dung,
I
and
love
just
that song.
and then somebody just superimposed you into that dance, it would be perfect.
Yeah.
You dance like you're in a Peanuts cartoon.
Yeah, you are
Yeah.
the Power
And
Trips
I said
Linus.
Peanuts, by the way.
Whoa.
Sausage Pigpen.
Wow. Why? I clean up. I take a shower. I don't take 4 a day like you.
I just take 2.
Yeah. That's
4?
okay.
Pfft, ridiculous. 2's more than enough.
Corey's peppermint patty
Why?
because he's good at
Or
sports.
Lucy.
Yeah. Corey's Lucy.
Lucy.
He
Yeah.
pulls the football from everything.
He looks like he'd be Lucy.
Who was Peppermint Patty's? Was it Marcy?
Marcy? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm more like the Marcy.
Yeah, you really are.
Don't cash those tickets.
Yep.
All right. Got awkward in here.
Hey, when we I have some Tim Connolly audio that I
sweet.
think you guys would be interested in
Yeah, can't wait.
about off-season moves, and he talks about Cat and the Cat trade, and he talks about Chris Finch and the job he did, and he wants him fired. No, I'm just kidding. He did not say that. He does not say that.
Sauce used to.
Yeah, I didn't after you told me to stop.
Fire Finch.
I was 100% wrong.
He was talking about lighting birds on fire.
Yeah, that was my impression of Macho Man. Fire Finch.
He's not a racist.
I'm sorry about that.
No more questions.
Fan 5 is next. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
Okay, have you heard about this? Last year, Degree changed the formula for their Cool Rush deodorant. Their fans rebelled and wanted the old scent back. And Degree listened. That doesn't happen often.
They admitted that they effed up and are bringing the original Cool Rush scent back. And it's exactly how you remember it. Cool, crisp, and fresh. There's a reason it's the #1 men's antiperspirant and is back in Walmart, Target, and other stores for under $4.
So try it and see what the fuss is about. Head to your local stores to try the OG Cool Rush for yourself.
If you work as a manufacturing facilities engineer, installing a new piece of equipment can be as complex as the machinery itself. From prep work to alignment and testing, it's your team's job to put it all together. That's why it's good to have Grainger on your side. With industrial-grade products and next-day delivery, Grainger helps ensure you have everything you need close at hand through every step of the installation. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.